Morning, guys. Today's February 4th, 2018, and just about to do my laundry, and something tells me this four-wheel drive light is going to just keep binging because there's nothing wrong. Yeah, I did my morning weigh-in, and my goal was 280. See? Yeah, it's just annoying. My goal was 280. I hit like 279 point something, so I broke through that goal finally. Next goal is 260, and yeah, I would seem more excited, but I decided to drive my personal truck to the laundromat so I could put some gas in it. And by the sounds of it and by the feels of it, I need the front driver's side bearings replaced at this point, because by the time I get it back to the office, you know, and then get money together to do it, the bearings will end up needing to be replaced. They'll, you know, they don't have enough grease in them and stuff. I basically gave the driver's side tire just a little tug, and I mean, it pulled away a good quarter inch or more, which is not a good thing. So I need to limp it back to the office after I get my laundry done and just hope the wheel doesn't fall off. If it ain't one thing, it's another. So hopefully it's something I can do myself. There shouldn't be any special tools required, but you know how that goes. And then it's one of them things where it's not much fun to do it on a 30-degree day, because your hands freeze up within the first 2 minutes and become useless. So I need to find a day that's halfway decent, you know, that isn't raining or snowing and isn't freezing cold or windy as heck. So as soon as I get back to the office, it'll park until I can get it fixed. So it's just one of them things. Other than that, like I said, about to do my laundry, and then I'll probably stop back by the office real quick and then go to the gym. At that point, you know, like I said, I was going to just drive this truck to the gym, but I'm not going to. I mean, that front tire is knocking like a mofo, so it's close to being done. But yeah, so I'll probably stop by the office, swap out for the work truck, and go to the gym, and then figure out, you know, my day from there, I guess. Probably find out how much bearings are going to run for it. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm assuming like $15, maybe 20 at most, counting on. I don't like to go with the cheapest part to begin with. So, but yeah, that's my morning. All right, yay. Hope you guys are still sleeping, getting good rest. But I'll talk to you again probably right after the gym, give you those results. So until then, hope you have a great morning. Hey guys, normally I wouldn't do this because I'm using one hand to hold the camera and one to drive, but I just wanted you to know what a bad bearing sounds like. I know it's gonna be a little hard with the wind, but you hear that? That is a bad bearing. And that bearing right there is saying, hey dickhead, I'm done. I'm done helping you. I'm done helping your truck. Get me off here. But unfortunately, when you get all the way to when you get to the laundromat, and on the way it starts getting, you know, louder and louder, and then you realize that there's something, you know, actually wrong. It's kind of hard to just call a tow truck, you know, especially when you have no money to pay for a tow truck. So at that point, all you can do is say, hey, bearing, Can you hold out just a little bit longer for me, please? Just hold out far enough to get me to the office so I can park the truck, and then I will take your ass off gladly and put a new one on. But oh my gosh. And it's like every little turn you're so afraid that tire is going to come right off, because that's basically what happens when your bearings are bad. You know, either, you know, they're bad because they don't have enough grease in them to keep them lubricated, so it's basically metal on metal to the point that they wear down and all. But basically what happens is that's what's holding your tire on your truck. That's your lugs are connected to that. So basically when them bearings decide to actually go, what's going to happen is that tire is going to actually come right off and you're going to be three-wheeling. So luckily I'm at the office. This is, I can't say my last turn because I got to get in my parking space, but last turn off the road, and you just got to baby it. And the one nice thing is with this truck, it's not, you're not repacking the bearings, you're basically replacing the hub assembly, which has the bearings in it. So, which, you know, some people it sounds foreign. It's like, well, isn't that just the same thing? No, with repacking the bearings, you're taking everything apart, pulling the bearings out, and basically cramming as much grease into them as you possibly can. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, but backing into my spot. And I'm trying to squeeze down this side of this Ford Ranger so I have enough room to work on my truck if I need to work on it right here. Which sucks because then I can't get in that door, so now I got to go back forward and give myself room to get in my door so I can get to my my dresser, because all my clothes are on the passenger side. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, trust me, right now my heart rate is probably about 170, 180, because it's super stressful, because like I said, literally just moving, you know, a couple inches, you can lose it. Your tire could just decide to fall off. So, but at least parking in my usual spot, that looks good to me. And notice I was safe about it. My four-ways are on, you know. I mean, when stuff like that happens, throw your four-ways on so people coming up behind you, you know, if they have a second lane, they can plan and get over in that second lane before, you know, rear-ending you. Turn that off now. But yeah, like I said, I went ahead, I parked over here because there's no one on my driver's side, which is the side I need to replace the bearing on. I actually think I do have a hub assembly, because at one point I'm like, all right, one of the front hubs needs to be replaced. And then at that point it ended up being, instead of doing the hub assembly, because I had some knocking, but what it was in the end, it was the upper ball joint needed to be replaced. So I replaced the whole upper control arm, and of course that didn't fix it. And then I had the lower control arm replaced, and like I said, the bearings were fine. And now, you know, it could be because it's winter time, so you know, your grease in there is going to be thicker and stuff and all that. There might not be any grease left in it. But anyways, so I got to replace the front hub assembly. I checked out 2 YouTube videos to see which way is going to be the easiest. I mean, replacing a hub assembly is easy. But I got a 4-wheel drive truck, so I got to, you know, keep in mind that, you know, you got your front drive axle for the 4-wheel drive. So that's why I wanted to see what way would be the easiest to do it. The first video I watched was 1A Auto. Those guys do a really freaking good job of doing car repair videos. I mean, they tell you up front what vehicle they're working on, you know, what part they're working on. And then they actually show you a list of the tools you need. And he, you know, mentions each tool word for word type thing. But I like it that way because then I could do a screenshot of that. And when I go to grab my tools, I can sit there and make sure, you know, basically like a checklist, make sure I got every tool I need. Whereas some, they tell you the tools as you go along, which means you have to watch the whole video. And then some of them don't even, you know, sometimes they'll hit a point and they're like, oh, I think I'm using a 34 millimeter, you know, when in the end they're using a 35. So you start replacing, you know, you start tearing your truck apart. You get to that point. If that's your only vehicle, then you're kind of crap out of luck because, you know, now you need to get to the store to get that 35 instead of the 34 that you bought. So, and 1A Auto, you know, they actually, like everything they point out is what they're using. So, you know, and of course you always want to have a couple extra tools just in case. But like I said, they do a very good job. If I can remember, I will try to put their information down in the bottom. So in case you guys do your own auto repair or something, you can check them out. But yeah, I got to basically, the problem that I'm going to have is I need to check, see what the weather condition is going to be, basically the temperature. You know, I mean, there's no sense trying to fix something if your hands are going to freeze up in the first 2 minutes. Like, you don't even get the tire off and your hands are frozen. So I got to make sure that I can, you know, be able to work on it, make sure it's not going to rain or snow. I see rain and snow this week. Wind, it doesn't sound like much, but when it's, you know, 35 degrees out, that wind can kick it down to 20, 25 degrees easily. On top of that, you know, even with having jack stands and everything else, you know, you run the risk of dropping your truck if it blows hard enough. Stuff like that. So I gotta check the weather. I mean, I'll be doing it, like I said, outside where the truck is sitting right now. So what I might do is I might, after the gym, stop at storage, try to grab all the tools I need. And like I said, I know I got a hub assembly already. So I'll go ahead and grab that, grab my grease, or actually I don't need grease because I'm not doing the bearings, I'm doing the whole hub. So luckily, I already have the part. And if I'm really lucky, I think I already bought the 35 millimeter socket I need because I was going to replace it. So I think I have everything I need to do it. It's just being able to do it. And on top of that, you know, I still got my lower back to worry about as far as being hunched over and sitting on a hard, cold concrete or curb, you know, counting on how close I got the truck to the curb. I might be able to sit on the curb, but still, you know, trying to do that stuff, just, I mean, it just messes up the lower back. At least it does with mine now. I mean, it never used to, but so yeah, I got to figure all that out, get that replaced, and then go from there. I also, my stupid service four-wheel drive light keeps coming on. Thought I had it fixed last year. I mean, I replaced, you know, half the four-wheel drive stuff. So I'm thinking that's probably, you know, at night when I go to start up, it's like, wah, 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 you know, it's a slow crank. And it's not the battery. The battery's like a year old, not even a year old. I know it's not that, and I went with a better battery. I think it has like 1,000 cold cranking amps or 900 cold cranking amps. It's up there. But what it is, the four-wheel drive, even though your truck is turned off, the actuator keeps, you know, trying to kick it into four low and back to two-wheel and four low. And your truck will just be sitting there. I mean, you could come out, you know, 6-7 hours later and you just hear metal sliding. It's like, and all that does is wear down the battery because it takes battery juice to, you know, for the actuator to work. So I don't know why that's doing that. I really hate to get under there and unplug the actuator just because if it does snow or something, like, you know, a freak snowstorm or something, now my truck is stuck because, you know, It's not guaranteed, especially this parking spot is a little bit of an angle backwards. So, I mean, two-wheel drive, I probably could get it out, but it's like you just hate to take the risk. But at the same time, you know, having a dead battery, I mean, I got the jumper box, so I can jump the battery, but it just also wears out the battery quicker. So just a lot of stuff. I mean, I love the truck. It's just a couple things, like the front bearings, there's nothing you do about it. Dodge has always had problems with their bearings. You know, they've always just been crap bearings. It's like, dude, just get Moog. Seriously. If I'm going in to pay $40,000 for a brand new Dodge Ram or something, or $35,000, I'd rather pay the couple hundred extra bucks to have all Moog suspension. You know, it's just a smarter way to do it. But they put whatever, brand, whatever OEM they decide to put on there, and they just don't last. You know, it's crap. So, I don't know. Like I said, not the greatest start to my morning, but I'm not going to cry about it. The truck is back at the office. It's still got all four wheels on. Knock on wood, because knowing my luck, I'll shut the door and that's when the tire will fall off. Oh, that would be hilarious. It wouldn't be hilarious, but to me, it'd actually, kind of be hilarious. But, oh well. I mean, that, or maybe it's my wheel extensions. Maybe I just need to retighten up my wheel extensions. I mean, I tighten them pretty good, but, those things can loosen up. I don't know. I don't know. It's either wheel extension or the hub, the bearing. So I might try jacking it up after the gym just to see if I can narrow it down to which one. And like I said, I don't know how cold it's supposed to be today, so I don't know if I'll actually go through with, trying to replace the hub assembly or just, hold off. I mean, it's supposed to get warmer toward the middle of the week, but then there's like rain and snow predicted, and of course work, I don't know if I'll be working that day or not, which makes it harder. And by the time you get done with work and get back to the office, it's already getting dark, and you don't want to start trying to fix your truck in the middle of the dark. So, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys, like I said, when stuff happens, I'll try my best to give you a little video to let you see or hear it. But yep, that's where I'm at. So now I need to get my stuff together and go to the gym, get my workout on. So hope you guys have a great morning. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I probably won't end up watching. Like I said, I don't feel like going to a bar or a pub, and I don't feel like spending money at Buffalo Wild Wings just to watch a game and all that. I wouldn't think there's a website you can watch it for free, something big like that. I'm sure you'd end up having to pay. I don't know, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I'll find out who won, and you'll hear about it for 2 or 3 weeks straight. I'm sure, something tells me Philadelphia will riot whether they win or lose. I mean, I don't mean to be negative. It's just, I don't know. It's just the stuff you hear in the past, about Philly and like their sports teams and their fans and stuff. And it's like that's all you picture. Like when a Philadelphia team gets into, some big event, it's like that's all you worry about. But I don't know. Like I said, not trying to be negative. Nothing against Philly people. They're awesome. But, I mean, I really don't have anything against anybody, to tell you the truth. You'll get them 1 or 2 people that just feel like being jerks to be jerks. It is what it is. But, oh well. All right. Well, let me go. I'll let you go. And I will talk to you later. Have a good one. How's it going? Just finished up at the gym. Like I said, it was upper body. Just basically did the machines today. I did each body part, 3 different machines, 3 sets of 10. So like for chest, I did upper chest, mid chest, and lower chest. And then back was upper to mid back. Like I said, I saved the lower back for leg days. And then shoulders, triceps, and biceps. Reason why I throw triceps and biceps in is because you're already working them out when you're doing your chest and your back anyways. So I just figured keep it all in one group. Usually with triceps and biceps, I get through the sets pretty quick anyway. So I went ahead and in one of Allie's videos, she talked about taking cold showers and like the benefits of it and stuff. And I saw the video back in probably beginning of December, and I thought, I'll stick with my warm shower. But I decided to take a cold shower today. I figured, what difference does it make whether your manhood is hanging outside of your body or inside your body? So took a cold shower. Actually wasn't bad. I actually feel a little more energized now. It's like I was, tired from working out, and then the cold shower just sort of, recharged my batteries a little bit. So, but I'll try to find the video for you and put it down in the description. So if you want to see what she has to say about it and get the lowdown, you can get it straight from the Allie's mouth instead of from this fool. Came outside. When I was on the treadmill, which I did treadmill last, it was like flurries outside. And I'm like, all right, I could still do my truck, basically check that front driver's side to see if it's the bearings or if it's the spacer for the wheel. But then I took my shower and everything. I came out and it's like a wintry mix. So it's like it's wanting to rain, but then it's wanting to like a little bit of sleet. And I mean, there's some buildup on the ground. I slipped a couple times. I'm nimble like a cat though. I don't go down. But yeah, like right now it's just kind of meh out. So, and yeah, my one wiper blade does need to be replaced. But yeah, it's kind of crappy out. But yeah, right now I'm about to head over to storage. I'll probably just grab the tools for getting the tire off and tightening up the spacer. And if that's not the issue, then sometime during the week I'll grab the hub assembly. I mean, I'm not going to get to it today. It's supposed to be like this pretty much most of the day, like on off type thing. I'll show you a picture of the radar for our area, and there's like a wintry mix warning advisory thing from now until 7 p.m. tonight. So yeah, I'm probably not going to deal with my truck today. Like I said, part of me really badly wants to pop that tire off just to see if it's as simple as just that spacer, but I really don't want to stand out in the freezing rain and stuff trying to deal with that. I mean, the truck is parked, it's not moving, it's not gonna fall off just sitting there. Knock on wood, because that'd be the first time I'll be wrong about something stupid like that. So yeah, like I said, I'll stop by the storage and just get the tools I need to take the tire off and tighten up the spacer. Other than that, like I said, I'm actually, feeling pretty good. It was a good workout. I tried to focus more on, my positive and negative lift. So basically, positive is like with bench pressing, positive is pushing out, and negative is to bring the bar back down. And a good way to work out is on the positive, you want it like a 1 second push. So you want to explode through the push. And then as you bring back down, like a 3 second just a 3-second negative to bring it back down and then explode back through. I started focusing on that, and the lifts are actually, they feel a lot nicer. You know, they don't feel, for lack of a better word, half-assed. Sometimes it's like you get lifting and you get sort of stoppy, jerky motions. You're not really thinking about it. You're just trying to push the weight out and bring it back. It sounds stupid, but just kind of watch some of the beginners. You'll see that. But yeah, just trying to keep that nice little rhythm, little explosive. And then on the third set, you know, you'll get to a point where you'll get like 2 and all, and then you got to give yourself a couple seconds and then explode through it again. Especially, I mean, some of the benching ones, the handles are independent, so I can do just left or I can do just right. And sometimes I like to change things up, so I'll do like the right side first, I'll do 10, and then I'll do the left. And if you get to that last set and you can only do like 8 on the right, you go ahead and do your 8 on your left, come right back over, finish up your last 2, finish up your last 2, and you still got your 10. So you just gotta you know, work with it a little bit to try to get your reps in. But, and of course, by the time you get to your third set of each item, you know, your muscles are pretty tired anyways. But like I said, it was a really good workout. There's like 3 guys, you know, over on the machines working out and stuff, and me, I pick one machine, I do my 3 sets or 4 sets, and then I go on to the next. I don't do circuit if there's going to be a bunch of people in the gym. Like the one gym I could do it because there'd be like one other person, they'd be on the treadmill. But when there's other people, I find it kind of rude to claim 3 machines, you know, so you can do a circuit. It's like, you know, you could grab a machine that could do multiple things and do a circuit that way. You know, it's better than trying to claim 3. But got to the one and it's like a curl machine. And I saw the guy working out on it, you know, and it's like he went over to his other machine and I jumped on it, did my thing. And when I saw he was done, and he sort of like wandered back and then, you know, putts by, and I'm like, dude, you need to finish up a set? He's like, oh, no, you do your thing. I'm like, dude, I'm, you know, in between sets. If you want to quick hit it, go for it, dude. You know, I'm not trying to slow you down. I'm also not trying to, you know, to not do a machine because someone wants to do 3 machines. But, you know, I said, dude, if you want to quick jump in, oh, thank you. And jumped right in, did his thing, moved on. You know, that I don't mind. It's when someone tries to claim 3 machines and you go to jump on one and they're like, no, I'm using it. And you're like, okay, can I just quick do a set since you're over on that one? No, I'm using this. And it's like, you stand back, he goes to his machine, finishes that one, goes to a different machine. It's like, you know what? Screw you, buddy. Go right over. So I told you I was using it. It's like, yep, you're using that machine now, jackass. You know, I hate to tell you, but you don't own this gym. You're paying the same price I'm paying, you know? It's called, you can deal with people working in. If you want to try to do circuit, that's fine. But deal with people wanting to work in and use those machines too. You don't own all 3 machines. So that's just one of the things that irritates me. You know, they'll put a towel on this one, they'll put their cell phone on this one, their bottle of water on this one, and then they work around, you know, and those are their markers. Like, no, see, that's my bottle of water. See, I'm on this machine. I'm like, is that your towel? Yeah, I'm on that machine too. I'm like, well, pick one, because your body can only be in one spot at one time. And by the time I'm done with my set, you'll probably still be doing your set, you know? I mean, one dude, I was waiting to get on the machine, so I just picked other machines. I went through 3 machines before he finally got off that one. I'm like, how long are your rest periods, dude? I mean, 5 minutes? Are you taking naps? What workout are you doing? But anyways, it's just things that kind of make you chuckle in your head. You know, it's not really anything that like today it didn't really take me off. I just sort of like chuckled in my head, like, seriously, is this really gonna happen? All right. But no, it was a good workout, you know. Treadmill, I did 35 minutes, and then I did 20 minutes. So 35, you know, was a faster walking pace, you know, with a bigger incline. And then the second one was basically every minute I just raised the incline by 1. So I started out like I think 5 and raised it till I got to 15 and then lowered it by 2 because I ain't gonna lie, I started to get tired. And it's like, yeah, I can't lower it by 1 today. But still happy with it. Still got a really good sweat, you know. So, but yeah. Other than that, not much else going on. Like I said, it's kind of nasty out. I did pump up the exercise ball last night. I did get some crunches in, you know, nothing major. Unfortunately, one of our lab guys decided to come in, you know, at 6:30 and work on a Saturday night, which is extremely odd. He never does that. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to sit in here trying to do workouts with people, you know, running back and forth and stuff. So, but did get, like I said, I got some crunches in. I didn't really do any abs yesterday at the in the gym. So, but you know, tomorrow's Monday, start of the work week. I'll, you know, go back to hitting it. I ain't gonna say extremely hard. I'm just gonna try to hit it to, like I said, I'm trying to lose weight. I don't know why I can't get out of the mentality of wanting to go up in weights. I need to be focusing on losing the weight, which is probably why one of the reasons why I'm not losing it as fast as I want to now is because I'm too busy trying to build muscle, you know, and not burn off the fat as fast. So, but you know, like I said, broke through the 1 goal. So next goal is 260. I'm sure that one's going to take me probably a month to get through, at least. I mean, if I can get a pound every like day and a half, 2 days, would be amazing. But I don't quite foresee doing 5 pounds in a week. You know, and then come the end of February or end of this month, I'll be back to full duty, which, I mean, I still have my time for the gym, you know, that's set. To me, it's set in stone. I'm not deviating. But once you start working again, you know, lifting heavy stuff and moving stuff around and all that, it probably will affect my workout some in the beginning. I just have to push through it and try to work smarter instead of harder. I'm usually the guy that works harder just because because it's like a little exercise. It's like a little workout in itself. So I'm working harder because of that, and you know, I need to not worry about that for work and just do my exercises on the outside of work. But anyways, yeah, I'll end up doing like I said, another clip a little bit later. Like I was gonna try to set it up so that I could show me working on my truck for you. Wow, I don't know what happened to the monkey. I think he passed out in my head. Basically, I was gonna try to film me fixing my truck, and then I was just gonna do like a time lapse, you know, so that you don't have to sit there and watch, you know, me spending 30 minutes doing something. Instead, time lapse it into like a minute or 2, just so you get the general idea of what I'm doing. And then, you know, after I get the tire and everything off, and I figure out what the problem is, then I slow it down to normal, you know, tell you, you know, show you what the problem is and talk you through it real quick, and then time lapse it till I fix it and put the tire back on. You know, one of them type deals, which means I will learn something else about my movie maker, because I haven't done time lapse. So should be interesting to see how that works. I'm sure it's basically just throw it on the timeline, pick the 2 points that you want time lapse, pick the speed you want to time lapse at, and then, you know, to me that sounds like it would be about it. But I'm not a movie maker guy, so like I said, I'm learning that as I go. I know I really haven't done too much with it. I would love to learn how to add text to pictures. So that way, you know, when I put a picture up, instead of someone looking at it and be like, what? Why is he showing me that? I can kind of throw a text on there, you know, kind of just a couple words to give you an idea of, you know, either like a picture of me about what time in my life, because I ain't going to remember the exact times I took those pictures, but like a time in my life or what I was thinking, or, you know, or something, just a general idea. But, you know, I got a lot to learn with computers and video editing and picture editing, stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, I do find it truly fascinating, and I find people that can do that stuff like with ease. Dude, I kind of worship them. My one buddy, he does this stuff, and it's like, you tell him what the problem is, and it's like 2 seconds later, he's like, oh yeah, just blah, 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 blah. I'm like, huh? Do what? And he forgets that, you know, I'm not a computer genius. It's like all these big words that he's spitting out are like just bouncing right off my face and landing in front of me, because I'm like, duh. But the problem is, I kind of do that in the aspect of, you know, auto mechanics. He'll be like, my truck is doing this. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, huh? My car has a what in it? Is that legal? I'm like, oops, sorry. And best part is the one person, I sat there and I was explaining to him what I was doing in my car, you know, just a quick explanation. Didn't think anything of it. And all of a sudden, like, I stopped and they looked at me and they just started doing all this computer gibberish, you know, about like web design and coding and all that. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel right now. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, you asked what I was up to. I was just telling you, my bad. But no, I love people that know computers, you know. I love them to death. I actually dropped my last iPhone. Like, I never drop phones because I can't afford to drop a phone. And it was the one time where I was in the gym and I took it out of the case that was in, because I didn't have the headphone jack, like the adapter, because it was a battery case. And you have to have an adapter that's smaller to fit through the hole, and I didn't have it with me. So I had to take the phone out of the case to plug in my headphones. And I, you know, listened to music, and I just had it on like the bike and the treadmill. Well, I got into the locker room and I went to put it back in the case, and it slipped and fell right onto the tile floor. And you want to talk about my heart going from here, falling on the floor too. Like, it just, I'm like, what? And I picked it up, and it didn't crack this. Well, it cracked the screen a little bit, but it jarred something inside. So like, you couldn't, like, you pushed the button and the screen was all funky, and then you couldn't even go in, you know, like, you know, put your password in to go in. And it was not even 2 weeks into having the phone. And of course, I didn't pay for the warranty, because first of all, that's like extra money I don't have. And like I said, I'm extremely careful with stuff, you know. I'm not the one that'll put it in my back pocket and then sit on it every time. So I took it to my cell phone carrier, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I accidentally drop anything you do. And they're like, well, you didn't buy the warranty, sorry, sucks to be you. I'm like, really? Less than 2 weeks and you can't even come up with some type of claim to get it fixed for me? Like, you can't help me out? So I said, all right, screw it, I'll try the Apple Store. You know, I hear good things about Apple Store all the time. So I went to the Apple Store, and the t-shirt I was wearing was a Mario Brother themed t-shirt, and it talked about, you know, I'll clean your plumbing for you and stuff like that, and it had, you know, Mario on it. And I walked in, and just about every employee in there had walked up to me and said, dude, I love your t-shirt, that is awesome, oh, I gotta get one of those. I mean, they just geeked out. And I'm like, yes, I love you, minions. You know? And I explained to him what happened. I'm like, look, I had this thing less than 2 weeks. I took it out of the case, accidentally dropped it on the floor. I said, how much is it going to run to fix it? I said, no, that right now I don't have the money to fix it. I literally have nothing. I said, but I need to know how much it's going to cost to save up so I can get it fixed. And the guy's like, give me a second. And he took the phone, walked into the back. I'm like, okay. And meanwhile, I got employee after employee coming up, commenting on my t-shirt and how much they loved it and stuff. Next thing you know, he walks back. He's like, oh yeah, just, all you got to do is sign here and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I just told you I don't have the money for it. He's like, nah, you're good. We got you. I'm like, really? I looked at the screen and it was like zero cost, under warranty. Just signature hand in my phone. I'm like, really? Seriously? He's like, yeah. He's like, crap happens. Apple isn't going to cry that much, especially the amount of money you've already spent to get the phone. I'm like, dude, I want to hug you. Each one of you. You're all like 5'6", 5'7", like cute little nerdy minions I just love. I tell you, man, computer people are awesome. As long as you get the right one. You got some people that are hackers that are just out there to screw everybody over and don't care. But for the most part, everyone that I've met, they're just super, super awesome, And it's like, I love listening to them, but half the time I don't know what they're talking about. But it's just cool how excited they get to talk about it. I'm like, dude, I want that. I want that feeling, of having something that you're so passionate about, that just talking about it, you're just, on cloud nine. That's awesome. So, not even sure how I got into that one. Yeah, I think I wandered off a beaten path. But anyways, so yeah, like I said, let me run to storage, see what I can scrounge up as far as tools. It shouldn't be hard to find the tools. I know a couple of the size sockets and stuff I need, but and then after that I gotta grab something to eat and then head back to the office and figure it out from there, I guess. So I hope you guys have a great day. If you're in this weather that I'm in, I hope you're having a great day indoors, somewhere warm and dry. And, whether you're running around store to store, preparing for Super Bowl and a little Super Bowl party or feast or whatever you do for Super Bowl, or if you're just having a nice relaxing day, under a blanket, in bed reading a book, or watching some YouTube clips, or a movie or whatever. Day like this, I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably be in bed watching a movie or something. Most likely a movie from like 1980s, one of them nice old classic like The Goonies, or just anything. Footloose, from back then. New one's cool. I like the dance moves, don't get me wrong. I'm uber impressed with dance moves. But it's just, you can't beat Kevin Bacon in the original. So, but yeah, either that or like Terminators or Aliens. I don't know how many times I've done a little alien marathon, watched all the aliens in one day, or stuff like that. Harry Potter. Sometimes it's just fun to watch a kid's movie, for some laughs and stuff like that. I'll even watch The Incredibles. I love The Incredibles. I love that cartoon. That's one of the things I love about my brother. He loves Pixar movies. And it's like, you would think it's because he has kids, but it's because he loves Pixar movies. Toy Story, when that was out, he had it's like a 4-foot Woody doll that I can't remember if he won it or if he just bought it. But I remember that dang thing because he used to always show it off. I'm like, dude, aren't you a little old to have, a Woody doll? But it's just one of the things that, they love. So it's like, cool, Everybody's got things, like I said, every now and then I'll watch a romantic movie, or it's usually more of a romantic comedy. I like a little comedy in there. But yeah, I get some sniffles from it, Once in a while you get a tear because it's like, it just kind of affects your heart a little bit, it's like, the who's going to end up with the girl in the end anyways. You understand that. But some movies, it's how they end up with them, you know? It isn't just, dumb luck or something like that, I don't know. I'm just a ball of emotions. But anyways, once again, for the 500th time, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy your day. This is going on tonight anyways, so it's not like I'm holding you up. Chances are it'll go on near the end or middle of the Super Bowl, so I don't expect anybody to be watching it tonight. But I hope you have a great day. Have a safe day if you're out in this type of weather. Try to drive safe because it's going to be slippery. And I will talk to you later. Enjoy. How's it going, guys? It's about 5:45. Trying to think. So yeah, I did my little cheater pizza. Amazingly, it started to whoop my butt at the end. I mean, back in my day, I used to be able to eat a large pizza and then like 24 wings with no problem. Like my one buddy, he's like, it's too expensive to feed you. I don't know if I can keep you as a pet anymore. But it's kind of nice. That just tells me that, I don't have to eat, I shouldn't eat the way I used to. So it tells me my stomach shrunk a little bit, which makes me happy. But I did that. Just watched some YouTube videos, I did get my exercise stuff out, which, I know all you see is a bag with an exercise ball on it, but I did get those out. Did some like crunches, used the bands to do some more upper body stuff, kept it with what I did today. Didn't want to do legs and then in the morning have my legs be, wore out. So yeah, there was that. Made dinner, which to you guys probably looks like a big mess, but basically black bean pasta, chicken, avocado, spinach, and there's some little grape tomatoes in there, celery, some seasoning, and lime, of course, for moisture. So eat something healthy to help push out the bad stuff. Like I said, next time I hit my goal, I might try something else. Maybe I'll do a cheeseburger from Fuddruckers or, something like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind Chinese, but I'd have to keep myself from getting like General Tao or orange peel or whatever, all the ones with major sugar in it. So, but, like I said, it doesn't hurt, set up little mini goals, and then when you hit them, reward yourself with a little something, even if it's, if you like Snickers bar, you buy yourself a Snickers bar and eat it, or, a little thing of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, something like that. But other than that, just hanging out, like I said, not even worrying about the Super Bowl. Right now it's still raining. It's freezing cold rain. So I'm just hoping that it stops by the time I need to go out to my truck to go to bed. I did go out to get my little bag of exercise stuff there. And yeah, it was just cold and raining and nasty. But other than that, one of the guys I work with stopped in, dropped off his timesheet. I'm actually going to be working with him tomorrow. Well, that's if the job ends up going tomorrow. I mean, it's raining out, so the part of the job that we'd be doing is on fresh ground. It sort of can't be a big mud hole. So I almost think that our job will end up getting canceled tomorrow. And we'll find out after we get out to the job site type thing. So, not too worried about it. Other than that, in a good mood. I mean, I'm not depressed or anything. I am just me. So, yeah, like I said, sometime this week I need to look at my front tire to see, if it's a spacer or if I need to replace the hub assembly. So hopefully it's supposed to be decent. I think halfway decent Wednesday, and then I think Thursday it's supposed to rain or something. So Wednesday I might have to try to quick crank it up and see what I can do. But other than that, just gonna probably watch some YouTube videos, and I'm sure the chat room will just be updates of the game, which I'm not worried about because I'll hear about that for the next 2 weeks of everybody analyzing the crap out of it and what should have happened and what could have happened, and if this would have happened, then this would have happened. It's like, yeah, it's over. It's easy to be a Monday morning quarterback, for a game that was played on a Saturday. It always killed me when the coach would sit there and nitpick the hell out of what we did, on Monday morning. And it's like, yeah, it's easy for you to say, At the time when I got a half a second to make a decision, it felt like the right decision to me. So, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. Like I said, just going to finish dinner, watch a little more YouTube, probably go to bed a little bit earlier. Tomorrow is leg day. So I'll probably go back upstairs to the free weight room, start out up there, and then move down to the machines for my adductors and abductors and my cable twists and abs and lower back and all the fun stuff, But it actually felt pretty good on the machines, this weekend. It didn't feel like, I'm basically doing a lot better, which tells me the free weights are probably helping a lot more, which is why I'm able to move up it, a little bit quicker. So, yeah, pretty cool. So until tomorrow morning, hope you guys have a great night. I hope whichever team you root for wins, which is going to be, kind of hard because only one team can win. So, but I root for both of them for you. And have a good night's sleep, and I will see you in the morning. And as always, you be you, because in the end, you are awesome. Have a good one.